having that man and having Serena up there, having that man X up there bounce like that. And then somebody, I saw it on social media.
That's my favorite part. She was really over there giving it up. She's like, Bro, that's an automatic fade when I see you. That's crazy.
Complain. This is where I talk shit. This is where I argue with people. This is where I talk about real life, everyday shit. This is not a la la land. So if you don't like it, you can get the fuck off the videos. This is my life.
Shout out to Philly, the city that's fucking gritty. Ain't nobody in the city that's really been fucking with me. Got my arms in a knot, career in a dot. Just signed on the line and a nigga won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
But this is what the problem actually is though, because y'all normalize weird ass mentally ill behavior. I don't like the fact that y'all make it seem like y'all have to tear people down in their comments. Why? Your mother ain't teach you if you don't got something nice to say, don't say that shit? I would never go out my way to comment some nasty ass, disgusting, hateful, miserable, dirty shit on somebody's post. And I didn't have to do that. Like, you guys are disgusting. I could throw up. You guys are ill. Raised in a barn. Uncultured swine, if you will. Then y'all kill me with the, oh, that's what the comments is for. Go ahead and pass.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, and breaking news. I'm your host, Quincy Harris, and I'm here with your breaking news with your host, Quincy Harris. This is, this be switching it up real quick. It's like a bonus video out in the collabs I'm about to throw out just with a whole bunch of videos. This is Mason Cameron react to, I guess, the Super Bowl. I've always been a big supporter of Mace, overall fan for the most part. And Cameron, he a legend, of course. I fucking love the Super Bowl. That shit was everything. So let's just see. Is the volume up?
It's time for us to discuss this halftime performance by Kendrick Lamar, which the stats are saying this is the most viewed halftime show ever. It peaked at 133.5 million viewers, with guest appearances by Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam, Serena Williams, and SZA. Mike, what were your thoughts on this halftime show performance?
Beautiful.
Well, I thought it was an incredible performance. I mean, when you look at the scope of all that he did, all of the people, and sync and going red, white, and blue, and all of the messages that he put in that performance, I thought it was an incredible performance. Now, I'm a bit biased because, as I told you guys, I watched the Michael Jackson performance live in Pasadena, and to me, that was the standard. That was the standard. But Kendrick Lamar did a hell of a job in delivering a hell of a message in so many ways. You can tell, I never met him, that he's a pretty smart, slick guy. Artist, I should say. A pretty smart, slick, delivering artist.
Mike, what was the message that he sent in your from your vantage point?
Dude, he was sending so many messages,
on everything. I watched another video with Mace because I just started watching these videos. Some of them, I don't like all of them because I'm not really big sports person like that. But some Jones fucking Mace had one John, his hat was down here. And it was so crazy because I was I remember my baseball cap, I used to put it down here, and I'm and it was better, but they used to talk shit about it at work, why the fuck is your hat all the way down there? And it was you can really see too, you be over here doing everything you can see, and I'm yeah, it's fly, and he doing that with the sombrero is so crazy. That's why I'm it's so fucking crazy. I'm yo, he make me want to get one of those. I said I'm gonna get one of those, and then I'm gonna wear a shirt that say, yeah, it's a fucking sombrero. Yeah, it's a fucking
Uncle Sam out there, Samuel L. playing Uncle Sam. Hey, there was a lot in there. I mean, you could tell. And even the way he played
Samuel Jackson
with Drake. You know, he didn't just chop his head off. He gave him all them little tiny stabs. That old slow stabbing. You know, I can't play this because they may sue me. I'm gonna do it anyway. You know. So yeah, it was a lot in there.
Killer.
And having that man, and having Serena up there, having that man X up there bounce like that. And then somebody, I saw it on social media.
That's my favorite part. She was really over there giving it up. She's like, Bro, that's an automatic fade when I see you. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What Drake was saying, you know, you give your heart to something and all of that, and they just kind of trounce on it like that. I was like, wow, this is hey man, I see how this rap stuff get you back in the corner. You really want to take a nigga out. Y'all take it.
You know, it's crazy. Boosie said Serena giving hurt vibes. Nigga love her. That's what Boosie said. Boosie said, I'm getting it. Mad at nigga love me vibes from that. Go hang out with this nigga. We gonna do a show. Well, I gotta get Boosie. You gotta get Boosie on the show. Boosie knows sports. Boosie's really good. Look, it was a great performance. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about the performance. Some people say it wasn't good. Some people say it was dope. Right. I think that, me personally, it was dope for Kendrick Lamar because he didn't capitulate. He didn't say, I'm gonna do the halftime show that everybody wants to see. I'm gonna bring you to my world. I'm not gonna necessarily have a bunch of theatricals that people usually have. He said, I'm gonna bring the Super Bowl and the audience into my world, whether you like it or not. Come into my world. But it was really personal. The shit that you just said, Mike, looking in the camera, playing games with Drake like that, saying his name throughout the performance. And then at the very end of the shit, nigga put game over like I'm done with you type vibes. You know what I'm saying? So, I thought it was a great performance. I think that Kendrick Lamar is a great actor. Was it my favorite Super Bowl performance? No. But I thought it was a great performance because he didn't say, I need... You know how many people was like, what song is this? Cluing Us. We didn't know the first few songs, but that's what I said I liked about it. He's like, learn them and Google them, because you have to realize he's coming off winning 3 Grammys, 5 Grammys, whatever it was last week. So now off these Grammy wins, the audience wants to say, okay, who's this guy that beat out Beyonce? Who's this guy who beat out Taylor Swift? Who's this guy that beat out Bruno Mars for these Grammys? Because he swept all his categories. So they're like, let's watch this. So that was very smart of him. Everybody's going to be watching me. I just killed the Grammys. Now let me show y'all niggas what I do. I'm not going to go into your world. Y'all going to come into mine. And I thought that was very smart.
Well, I'm going to speak for the people.
He wore that lowercase A. He wore that lowercase A necklace. He was just sending all kinds.
You wanna know what's crazy? I was watching a video of it earlier, and they was like, it's a lot of symbolism in the NFL draft. Not draft, the NFL whatever the hell that was. Super Bowl shit. Yeah, I don't know. I was just watching videos of it. I actually went to an NFL draft before though. That shit was crazy. That shit was fun. I can honestly say that shit was fun. Everybody was in the crowd. Everybody was hot. It was so crazy. You would have thought it was a rave. I don't know why the fuck I was
there. Symbol, the lowercase a that signify a minor. It's the minor a. Yeah. It was I saw a lot of messages.
Well, I'm gonna be an objective voice just so we can hear what the other fans were thinking that didn't think it was such a great performance. Let me start by saying watching the Super Bowl, you watch Usher, you watch Rihanna, you see Michael Jackson, you see Prince. So there's already a status, regardless of what you came in to perform. And shout out to Top Dog and everybody out there in the LA scene. What I was more so looking forward to was if he would have came out with all of the people, like Cam said, bring them into his world. His world is LA. So if he would have brought out bunch of gang members on stage, that would have been something for the Super Bowl to see, you know?
Blood and Crips, right? Really?
No.
There was something.
No, I mean,
That was
like the
representing
people-
America.
Yeah, I'm talking about the people that were at the pop-out show. That was an amazing...
What? First of all, shut the fuck up. Yo, Bass gotta shut the fuck up. Bass is always... Bro, hold up. Fucking... Wait, the Super Bowl, right? A bunch of... Alright, listen. Janet Jackson, the Super Bowl, the thing flew off her titty. She was banned from everything for like 10, 12 years. I think she's still banned from like the Super Bowl and stuff. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's gonna be able to bring gang members out there.
Show. And not taking anything away from this show, but it lacked energy for me. I mean, even from the outfit selection, from the lights, just everything. It just, to me, from my understanding, it wasn't what I thought a Super Bowl should be.
I don't think that your take is wrong.
Yeah.
I think that he just took advantage of the people watching them and said, all right, let me get niggas to go see where I'm at. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I totally agree with you.
And what I'm saying is, so people don't take it, and I know they're going to make a soundbite about it, but anything, but just creatively, even if you're going into Kendrick's world, I would have came out with Mustard. That would have been the way you just walk out, pause, to where the crowd was more hype, and then I would have got into Euphoria. All the things, two of the things that he did. And if you're going to diss Drake, do the whole song. We want the whole song. I mean, you're going to get sued for it. If he's going to sue, let him sue for the whole song. I thought the people would have went much more crazier. And if that was what he wanted to convey, he conveyed what he wanted. So I'm not here to say he made the wrong choices, but I'm just saying from a...
He didn't do the whole song? Cause I ain't watched the whole performance. I know I just said I watched the whole performance, but I watched from a certain point from like SZA, SZA to, you know, the fuck is that called? The Drake shit and who else? The Uncle Sam in the beginning, and who else was you know, all the parts and shit, like all the parts all the parts you can see online, like and Mustard, like Mace just said, like that shit was fire though. That's so crazy. I literally just said that though. I was like about to make a tweet. I didn't make it though.
Like the performance, they're judging them between Michael Jackson. Who else?
To be totally honest with you, not even going back that far. And he was a part of this when Dr. Dre did it a few years ago. Mm-hmm. His shit was crazy. Kendrick was a part of that.
Yeah, it's a energy, and just like, and to Kendrick's credit, there's a lot of other songs that he could have performed that he didn't. That was for that time, but I guess he was just introducing people to his new music.
So I have a lot of thoughts, and I'll keep it short. I actually attended my first Super Bowl, so I was there. When I first seen it, I didn't know how I felt about it. I had to go back and rewatch it via the TV because it looks very different based on the field versus how it's, you know, performed towards the TV. But I think he did a great job of representing who he is, because there were a lot of, you know, slight messages that a lot of people didn't fully understand to begin with, because really with Samuel Jackson being Uncle Sam, him saying, oh, Kendrick, don't do that song. This is too ghetto. This is too loud. And then by obeying Uncle Sam, he switched gears and then went to Humble and did what was considered popular for the masses. It wasn't supposed to be, let me just play what everybody wants to hear. It was supposed to be, I'm sending a message. It's Black History Month. I'm on one of the biggest stages of the year, and I'm going to represent Black people. That's what I got from it. And I know, you know, people wanted to hear, I don't know, like, we gonna be all right and different things, but that's why it was like, as he disobeyed Uncle Sam's messages, it kind of took you along to tell a story. So like, that's what Samuel Jackson represented. And, you know, people can argue about what Serena represented, but she is from Compton and she did her thing. She got up and left and we were wondering where she went. She went down to do the performance. I think it tied in a lot of things that if you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't. But I think that represented kind of his music and the culture as a whole. So I think he did a great job, but I don't think it was for everybody, because it's either you understood it or you didn't really vibe with it because it wasn't his popular hits. But I think he took a chance, and I think it was a cool chance to do on one of the biggest stages with all those people kind of tuning in and watching. So I get everybody's points, but that's kind of what I took from it after seeing it over again. It was pretty cool. But I totally understand where you're coming from too, because it's like, we ain't bopping, but some people
Yeah,
are.
no, I'm not saying you have to bop. I'm saying whatever you're, just like anything, whatever you're trying to convey, you as a speaker, you want to make sure it's clear.
Let me tell you, and I'll use an example of this. Like when I was trying to, like, on the verge of getting a deal or trying to get a deal, or right around, I don't know, we doing mixtapes, mates or whatever. And Jay-Z was just coming out as an artist, and Nas kind of was out a little bit before Jay-Z. And I was telling this girl, I was at this girl house, I'm like, yo, Nas is crazy. She like, I like Jigga. And I'm like, Nas, yo. And she like, Cam, I like Jigga. I don't have time to go to the club and bring my dictionary with me. I just want to have a good time when I go to the club. I don't feel like thinking. If I'm taking a long car ride, maybe I want to think. But when I go out, I don't need my dictionary with me. And I always kept that in mind when I wrote. There's certain things are for certain things and certain things are for certain things. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what this kind of is.
That's me too. I think extra hard on it.
Last thing I will say, what he did kind of have in there, he said, the revolution will be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. So he kind of said, look,
Just
I'm here.
said that 2 weeks
So
ago.
I'm just saying, but he changed it up a little bit and said it on the stage. So
What's
hey,
your remix shit?
hey, I'm just saying.
It's always some
So,
shit we just say, man.
What's the revolution?
and y'all did just say that. That it was-
Nah, and this is not Kendrick. What's the revolution? I want to know the revolution. What's the revolution? Help me out, Stat.
It's up for interpretation. That's the Cam's point. Not everybody wants to be reading the whole book. But hey, if you read the book, you read the book. So that's all I'm going to say. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about the halftime performance. A lot of different parts to it, but that's kind of I think that's the fun of it, us all kind of breaking it down.
All right, y'all. That line went there to